We're now going to take a look at how to create a PHP page and work with a variable within PHP. So what we're going to do is create a blank PHP page. And since we have this welcome screen open, we can do it by clicking Create New. The other way you can create a new PHP page is by going to File, New, choose Blank Page, PHP, None in the layout, and click Create. But that's a rather long-winded process. So what I have done is change the preferences within Dreamweaver by going to Edit Preferences on the PC side and the Dreamweaver menu to Dreamweaver Preferences on the Mac side. And I turned off the HTML default in Dreamweaver. So in the New Document category, what I've done is when you install Dreamweaver, it's set to HTML. I changed this to PHP. I also unchecked this last box. Click OK, and now I can either use Command-N on the Mac side or Control-N on the PC side to create a new page. N meaning new. So if I hit Control-N, I now have a default PHP page. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. And I'll do a Save As. And I will save this as variables.php. Now, because I set PHP as the default extension, if I did not add .php, Dreamweaver should do it for me. So how do we create a variable in PHP? I'll put some information between the body tags here. So I'm going to make a space. And I'm going to let Dreamweaver assist me with the PHP code block. When you're new to PHP, it's very easy to get confused about this code block. So in the PHP tab, I have code block. And when you hover over it, that's what it says. We'll use that. And how do I create a variable? Just to make it more clear for you, I'm going to set up the code block this way. And we're simply going to start with the $. And I will say fname equals, and I'm going to put in my name. Now, every line of PHP needs to end in a semicolon or you will get a PHP error. I'll do the same thing for last name. Name will be consistent in my naming conventions. Now notice as I am typing this, I get this red area here, and it tells me there's a syntax error. This is new to Dreamweaver CS5 and CS5.5. If you are using an earlier version of Dreamweaver, which is not an issue for this course at all, you just won't get this little syntax piece here. So it just won't alert you quite as easily when there's a problem. Notice once I get my double quotes in correctly, put my semicolon at the end of the line, it says no syntax errors. Now that is a nice friendly feature, really helps you notice errors before you go to preview the page. And that's new, as I mentioned, to version 5 and 5.5. So I'll do a save. And if we preview this page, I'll preview it in Firefox. You can see absolutely nothing's happened. So I really just made you do all that typing for nothing. Not really. We'll show you how to display this information. But all we did, and that display will be another movie, but all we did was store this value, both of these, as these variables. So if I use this word here on the left-hand side of the equal sign, within a PHP code block, PHP will understand that that's what I'm talking about, and it will put in whatever the name is that I've assigned right here. So we'll do the display in a separate movie, simply because I tend to run out of time in a single movie. But that is how you create a variable in PHP. And there are different types of variables. We're going to be looking at some URL and form type variables throughout this course. But for now, you simply put a $sign in front of a word. You cannot have special characters. The $sign must be at the beginning. No numbers in your variables, and that will avoid a lot of confusion. So there are some little details with regards to variables, but if you simply avoid numbers and avoid special characters, You will be much better off in the long run, at least initially when you're first starting PHP. So you'll see me use that standard consistently throughout the course. So we just defined some variables in PHP. The next step we need to do is display them or use them in some way. And that's what we'll be doing moving forward.